This week, Nielsen said the average American spends 37 hours a week watching TV. Because when you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. I'm John Garrett, and I watch the people who watch the market.
Market Watch.
The Federal Open Market Committee had a huge meeting on Wednesday, and the business shows were counting down to the big announcement. So much that I expected to see them in Times Square with Ryan Seacrest.
Well, T-minus and counting, we are just 90 minutes away.
In just 1 hour now, we will get arguably one of the most important Federal Reserve statements ever.
In a few minutes, the action will begin with the Fed news conference.
And you know it's bad when even the Washington Post called them out for getting a little too excited.
Cue the high-pitched screams. Neil Irwin of the Washington Post are telling people to turn off the television. Financial commentators are carrying out a guessing game with a giddy attention usually reserved for teenage girls talking about Justin Bieber, and that may be a little unfair to teenage girls, OMG. Really, Neil?
Yeah, really, Simon. No wonder they killed you off on Mad Men. Based on my experience, I bet believers know more about the market than CNBC, who's busy making stupid stuff like this.
Well, folks, DJ Benny B and the Fab Fed have whipped up a new one.
Let me guess, he likes big debts and he cannot lie. But I think Neil Irwin is on to something. The Fed might want to think about a restraining order because all these business shows sure seem to be obsessed ever since QE3. A risky plan where the Fed prints a ton of new money to try and keep interest rates super low. The problem is, it's not only the economy that's been stimulated, if you know what I'm saying. It's getting out of hand, and these reporters need an intervention.
Taper. If there's a true taper, there better be a true taper. The taper...
Tapering is further off.
Tapering, obviously, is the first thing.
Taper, tapering.
The tapering, taper on, taper off.
Timing of tapering.
Are we just overly fixated on this whole thing, though?
Probably, yeah.
Hey, it looks like we had a breakthrough. Good job, Adam. Maybe you can go enlighten the clowns over at CNBC, because while you were talking about the economy, they were busy doing a segment on this.
The taper. It's become the talk of Wall Street. They like the water, and they like to sleep.
So the taper is like every animal on the planet? That's some top-notch journalism. Did you get those fun facts from their Facebook page? At no point does CNBC think, hey, we're the only ones at the zoo. The next thing you're going to tell me is CNBC was asking the taper for some stock tip. What?
It would buy any stock related to something they'd want to eat.
Yeah, I'd like 1,000 shares of apples. No, that's apples with an S. Yeah, I'm John Garrett, and that's been this week's Market Watch.